You're watching Explore Tulsa.
I think for a lot of, I'll say us, people in my profession, I think it starts out part of who we are. We just naturally want to help. Trauma was part of my history. A lot of people who are in the medical field or especially mental health field have their own stuff. And so we want to change the world. And so trauma especially in the United States is very high, especially childhood trauma. And so I've wanted to really help people with that because it is a big determining factor it's one of the biggest determining factors on your physical health as an adult, but just overall health as an adult. And so if I could help people with what impacts them the most, then it can make a big improvement. So my specialty is within trauma and PTSD. I am an EMDR trained therapist, which is a type of therapy specific for PTSD and for trauma. So anyone who has had any type of abuse or adverse childhood experiences or as an adult, I work with them most of the time. I really enjoy teenagers. They're a population a lot of people don't like working with because they can be opinionated and strong-willed. So I enjoy working with them and helping them learn how to utilize the power that they have in a way that doesn't come back on them negatively. A lot of what I see going into school with families is that transition in scheduling. Okay, my teenagers, we did it whenever we were kids. It's summer, so I'm gonna stay up till 3 in the morning and then sleep until 1, 2 in the afternoon. And so just adjusting sleep schedule and trying to convince any kid that sleep is important is hard. And so helping them really understand, yes, you do need sleep so that you're nicer to be around and that you can deal and learn. And then kids dealing with all of what's weighing them down at school. The 3rd grade test, I think it was a couple of years ago, whenever it really became where if they didn't pass the EOI or something like that, then the 3rd graders were told you're not going to go to 4th grade. And for a 3rd grader, that is very overwhelmingly stressful. So I give them different little tools that they can use in school, different things that they can utilize during the test, and then helping the parents know how to set up the house and protect different times to help kids really just dysregulate from school and comfort themselves and get their stress level down so that they are able to be in the best mindset to perform and deal with their emotions. So some of the tools that I use, one, I really help my kids understand what they have power and control over. So I will sit down with them and I have a circle that I will draw, and inside of it, we identify what they have control over. Outside of it, I tell them we're gonna write all the things you don't have control over. So what I do have control over are my arms, my body, my mouth, my words, my choices, my thoughts, my feelings. What I do have control over and what I don't, where they meet, is an area of impact. So I can impact your emotions, but I cannot control them. You can impact mine, but you cannot control them. If I recognize that, then I have more power to make different choices. The same thing with social media or different things like that. I don't have to look at it. I don't have to respond to it, and I don't have to engage in it. So I enjoy working with kids to help them learn how to really get to know who they are and be who they are, and be proud and happy about who they are, but also learn skills that help them interact with the world in a safe and healthy way.